Good afternoon, Easton. I'm Carrie Rapolo, and this is the Shoveltown Scoop. Today is Friday, May 13th, 2016. On Wednesday, May 11th, the school committee held a special question and answer session with parents in order to discuss the upcoming town meeting override budget article. Dr. Keogh presented facts from the last override results from 10 years ago, stating that since then, they've had a steady erosion of funds, class sizes have steadily grown, our kids are missing out on cutting-edge learning opportunities, missing out on curriculum updates and enhancements, and we as a school community have just made ends meet to get our students by. Here's Dr. Keogh talking about the disadvantages our kids have faced in the classrooms.
Since the override, they've averaged 3.72%. So, a 3% increase. Think of it this way, we were just looking at a 3% increase. It was our contractual increases and transportation. That was 3.09. There was nothing new in there. Not one new thing in that budget. So with 3.72s, you can imagine that we probably took care of certain things that popped up, but we had a hard time gathering support for additional staff or new initiatives. And this is the complaint that I heard from the moment I set foot in Easton, was that we always make do, but we can never seem to advance our program.
He continued on with the sobering results of what could possibly happen if the override fails and what loss we would see in the Easton Public School system and a community as a whole. Let's take a look at that.
What else? Well, I think we could lose ground as a district, further loss of ground. This continued practice of cutting anything new or exciting will just continue. Kicking the can down the road. Well, we really would love to add this thing, but we can't. Further loss of high-achieving students to private schools. This is happening, whether people notice it or not. Families are shopping, and they're saying, I'm not getting the education I want. I'm going to send my kid over to such and such school. And ultimately, declining property values. So we're looking for support for the question, obviously. And as it says here.
This Monday, May 16th, is the annual town meeting where you'll be able to vote on the fiscal year 17 budget along with other important articles. If you would like to review those warrant articles, you can go to the town's website, which is listed here, click on the town meeting link, and that will bring you to the informational town meeting warrants and information page. Toward the bottom of that is the minutes on demand link where you can then search for it by the date of May 16th. All right, so on May 10th, the Audit Committee held an informational session for the community where Carol Nessler wrapped up what the Audit Committee has been focusing on since December when the committee was formed. Let's take a look at Carol talking about that.
As far as the operational audit goes, there was a vote at the special town meeting on November 16th. So we had our first meeting after the vote was taken on December 1st. We have had a total of 12 meetings since December 1st. We have interviewed we interviewed the entire school, so Dr. Keogh, Dr. Cabral, David Twombly, David Colton, David Fields, Chief Gary Sullivan, Chief Kevin Partridge, Citizens Petition Advocate Janice Wolf, FinCom Rep Ben Hampton, and then we had several working sessions to go through the information that we had gathered and then to try and come up with what our scope was going to be. So the first 4 months, we had 7 meetings, and really the whole point of those meetings was to gather information from the people who would be part of the audit, the school and the town side, and to give us some ideas and what they thought were important things to look at. And then the last 5 meetings, which have happened over the last 2 months, have really been to sort of pare down where we think we need to look.
The Audit Committee expects that the request for a proposal will be going out within the next couple weeks and hopefully getting some results back within the next 6 months. right, so let's take a look at some of the upcoming events coming up over the next week. Kenwood from the Food Pantry would like residents to know that May 14th is the annual Letter Carrier Stamp Out Hunger Food Drive. You can place a bag of non-perishable food items, and your letter carrier will pick up that bag and deliver it to the Easton Food Pantry. This is an annual nationwide event and is the largest one-day fundraising event in our community. If you would like to do that, you can put out your food on the 14th, and it will make its way over to the food pantry. So let's take a look at some of the upcoming events over the next week. We have May 15th, the annual Moms Club of Easton Family Fun Fest at Maplewood. Tickets are $18 online, $25 at the door. Proceeds from the event will benefit the Eastondale Alley Hamilton Memorial Playground, the Ames Free Library, Children's Museum, and other local organizations. And then the annual town meeting coming up this Monday night at 7 o'clock at the high school. They are expecting a large turnout, so try to get there early to register to vote. And if you need childcare, the YMCA has generously offered up free babysitting. They're asking you to pre-register, and you can call them at the phone number listed here. And then on May 18th is the Riverboat Stompers at the Queesit House. This is a free family event. And then for the seniors, on May 24th is the annual senior celebration at Shaw Center in Brockton. No reservations are required, but you can call this number if you need more information. And then you can save the date for some events that are coming up towards the end of May and June. May 22nd, the Children's Museum is partnering up with stylists from Mansfield Style & Kids for a hands-on workshop. And then May 24th is the popular Taste of Easton. You can sample cuisine from the local restaurants, and you can get your tickets in advance online at tasteofeaston.com. And then June 23rd is the Friends of Oaks Ames Memorial Hall Annual Barbecue. That will be at 5 p.m. at the Queesit Garden. And then, of course, June 26th is the annual Legacy Art, Music, Food, and Fun Festival. It's open to all families in our community, and that will be held at the Governor Ames Estate. All right, so that should do it for this week's Scoop. We have some footage from last weekend's Spring Festival from the NRT.